Okay, today we're going to look at the distributive property. On your homework, you had a problem that looks like this. 5 times 18 equals 5 times the quantity of something times something. So what you're going to do is take the 18 and think of two factors. You can do 2 times 9. So you break it apart. Again, you take the 18 and you put it as 2 times 9. So you break it apart. Now we're going to do what's called the distributive property. You think about if we asked you to distribute something in class, we're asking you to pass it out. So as what you do, the 5 goes to visit the 2. Okay. So on your paper, you would write 5 times 2. Okay. And then notice they have times 9. Okay. So if we break it apart here, and we do 5 times 2, we get 10. Times 9 equals 90. Let's take a look at another example. On your homework, you had 4 times 506 equals 4 times something plus something. So it's what you're going to do. You're going to take the 506 and break it apart. We're going to put it in expanded form. So we're going to take the 500 and the 6, because that's 506 in expanded form. Okay? Then the way your homework was written, the 4 is going to visit the 506. I'm sorry, this should be 500. My mistake. Again, 506 is 500 plus 6 in expanded form. So then the 4 goes to visit the 500, then the 4 goes to visit the 6. So on the next line on your homework, it looks like this. 4 times 500 plus 4 times 6. Because that 4 is being multiplied by the 6, and the 4 is being multiplied by the 500. Call that the distributive property. Anytime a number is outside those parentheses, you multiply. We do 4 times 5, we get 20, and we bring down the 2 zeros. So 4 times 500 is 2,000. Then we do 4 times 6, 24. Then you add them together, you get 2,024. Again, this is called the distributive property. Let's take a look at another example. So if I said 4 times 405, another way I can write that is 4 times, and break apart the 405 into expanded form. 400 plus 5. Basically, the distributive property, you multiply 4 times 400, then the 4 goes to visit the 5, 4 times 500. So it would look like this. 4 times 400. That's the first arc there. 4 times 400 plus, then the 4 times 5. Then you multiply each of the numbers in the parentheses. 4 times 4 is 16. Bring down the 2 zeros. Plus, the 4 times 5 is 20. And you add them all up, you get 1,620. Okay? This is called the distributive property. It is in your Pearson notebook. You can look it up online, and it can be found under section 3-3 on Pearson. There are videos for you to watch. Another area people had difficulty with on the homework was what we call partial products. Partial means a piece. So you had a problem that looked like this. 223 times 5. And then it had some boxes under it. The boxes are the same thing that you would put if you were asked to do the area model. So with the area model, we took 223 and wrote it as expanded form. 220 and 3. So So you're doing pieces of the products multiplied by 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Then bring those other 2 zeros down. So really, 200 times 5 is 1,000. Then the next, in the tens place, 2 times 5 is 10. Bring that 0 down, you get 100. And lastly, 3 times 5 is 15. So really is what you do is you take those numbers, the partial products, the pieces of the products, and you write them in. It would be as if I did this. The 2 here represents 200. 200 times 5 is 1,000. The 2 here really represents 20. 20 times 5 is 100. And the 3 here is 3 times 5 is 15. So if you see a problem that has the boxes underneath, draw the area model and then just transfer or move those pieces into line underneath there and add them up.